My name is Erik Murchie. I'm a lecturer at the University of Nottingham, and this course is set up really for people to understand how crops function in terms of fundamental processes of acquiring water and nutrients, and how they use radiation. So it's fundamentally about resource capture by crops. At the beginning of the course we do a short orientation day, which is actually half a day, where the students arrive, they can meet me. So before the course even starts, they can get some feeling for what's about to happen, and we found that's quite useful. Because this course is aimed at people who really can't be present, we decided to use e-learning techniques, distance learning techniques, and this means recorded lectures online that the students can look at when they want, as many times as they want, and go over them, and they can also contact me for questions if they have questions about the lectures. That's one thing. There's about 12 lectures on the course, about an hour each, so it's about right. And there's also an e-learning exercise they do online, where they go through 3 tutorials about the capture of light by crop canopies. Then the fourth section, or the fourth chapter of that is a virtual experiment where they're given data and they have to analyse it themselves and come to conclusions. And there are questions at the end of each chapter, so they have to answer those questions. So it's self-testing as they go along, and that's an important part of the course. The other part of the course is an on-site field course. So they come here for 2 days to Sutton Bonington, and we teach them how to do some things with crops, so measuring light, measuring water, measuring canopies. It also gives them a chance to ask me questions if they need to about the course face to face. In terms of development of the course, there was already an existing master's course that the lectures came from. The lectures were already written, and it was a question of recording those lectures using the software that was given to me by the ATP team. And that didn't take that long, as I said, 12 lectures. And I'm able to use those recordings in other courses, and it's actually proved very useful. And it's quite nice to get into the habit of recording lectures as well. And the way it's done, you can update certain slides if you want, to update the text or the audio for specific slides, so they're easy to update. That worked out very well. And once they were recorded, I handed them over to the ATP team, who processed them and put them online. So they appeared on Moodle, and that worked very smoothly, actually. Learning how to record a lecture is something that I think people should get into, because once it's recorded, that's a really useful tool to have for the future. So the first year, yes, I recorded the lectures, but this year there's been very little to do, actually, apart from interact with the students as they're actually listening to the lectures, and good feedback about the lectures. They enjoyed the format, they enjoyed listening to them, they enjoyed the fact they could do it in their own time, at their own pace, and make notes, and then contact me if they need to. So developing the e-learning tutorial, I started off by doing some storyboards with some graphics that I thought would be nice. I scribbled them on a bit of paper with a pen and said it would be nice to show this and this and this, and perhaps have some graphics for this which move around and show this. And James and the team turned them into something that was pretty useful. They told me what was and what wasn't possible, so I worked with them every step of the way, and they produced some very nice graphics, actually. And I'm able to use those in other modules and courses as well. If you're thinking about doing this and you're thinking, oh, it's an extra course, it's an extra module, it's an extra teaching burden, then, okay, when you're actually preparing the material, there might be a little bit of work to do, but the benefits that come back to it in terms of teaching tools that are useful in the following years definitely make it worthwhile. And definitely, I would say it's worth doing. Yeah.